What's up? We back with another episode of 401 Uncut. Today, I got a very special guest in the building with me. Okay, Kollie with That K. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on with Chanella D?
Doing pretty good, man. Glad to have you on the couch.
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
For sure. So we're gonna get into it, man. I know that first things first, you was raised right here in the 513, but I done found out you were actually born in Kentucky. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I was born in Kentucky, Edgewood, at St. Elizabeth Hospital. You know how that go. Yes, I was.
All right. Now, how far is Edgewood from Cincinnati?
About 45 minutes realistically. It ain't really that far. It's just down the street.
Yeah, because for those that don't know, we right there on the border of Kentucky. So we're tri-state. So Kentucky is super close.
Super close.
Yeah. So how old were you when you actually moved to Cincinnati?
I was 12 years old when I actually came on over here, and it just was a difference because I came from being riding the horses and, man with the chickens and, all that, and then coming into some real life, the inner city life, it was a change for me, but I liked it and I loved it, so.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, because for 12 years being in the country, so you said it's Edgewood, the city you were born in.
The city I was born in.
What bigger city is closest to Edgewood?
To Edgewood, what's the bigger city that's closest to it? Got my mind going. I really gotta think about it.
Yeah,
I've been in Cincinnati so long I don't even remember Kentucky. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So you can't remember, but that's where your mom is from?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when you came here, did you have any family in Cincinnati already, or was you by yourself?
I did not. I came over here. My mom came over here, so I came with her, of course. So when we came over, most of our relatives was in Kentucky still.
Got you.
But we had like my brothers and cousins and stuff. Had a couple of people still lived in Cincinnati, but it was just like we came on our own for real. It was just us. Yeah. It was me, my little brother, my mom.
Oh, okay.
Just a whole little ordeal.
So you the big brother? You the oldest?
On my mom's side, yes.
Okay.
I am the big brother on my mom's side. Yes, I am. Okay. On my dad's side, no, but mom's side, yes.
How many siblings you got all together?
Ooh. I still got to count. I ain't going to lie to you. And yeah.
Oh, so you still got
I got to figure it out. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to say no lie. We on facts today. So I get back to you on that.
Now, when y'all moved to Cincinnati, what neighborhood did y'all move to? I
was in like the Price Hill area. So close to like Academy and Vincent, up there by Elder and what's the little girl school?
Yeah.
Seton. Yeah, over there by that area.
All right. So what school did you end up going to?
I started off at Performing Arts, where I did, so that's downtown. So I did the acting and the modeling for a little while.
Wow.
And I built the sets and stuff like that. But then my high school years, of course, came on over to Big Red. It was a whole big ordeal because it was either go to Holmes or go to Hughes. And they was like kind of like in a tangent. So it's just like, well, I am in Cincinnati. Even though I'm from Kentucky, he was just like one of them, like, all right, I'm gonna go ball at Hughes. Like, just.
And I see you repping Hughes right now.
Oh,
alumni,
yeah, gotta.
You know what I'm saying? The Big Red, you feel me?
I hope they got it in there. Yeah, I gotta represent, that was home to me. Like,
what was it like, like you said, just transitioning from the country and then you coming into like Hughes is dead smack in the middle of the city. It's prime Clifton. It's a lot going on. How was it when you first entered high school at Hughes?
Well, it was new. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My freshman year, I had a car when I came in, so it was just like I was driving since I was 10 years old. So it was new to me.
You said since you was 10.
I didn't say legally driving. I just said yes since I was 10 years old. Yes, I've been driving.
How did you get behind a vehicle at 10?
If you got me telling on myself.
You got to tell on yourself because I want to hear this story.
You already know, just kids being kids. My mind was kind of like up there as far as like. Just seeing things and anything that I seen I wanted to do. Like even playing video games. When you playing video games, you playing card games, I'm like, I can do this. But I learned by watching, and then my hands, when I watch, I'm automatic. So once I seen
how to operate.
Yeah, it was over. It's just like I hopped in myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then it was on from then. And
did you ever get caught?
By who?
Oh, say your mom or anybody?
Driving?
Yeah.
Like while I was young?
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, so you was slick with it.
I was definitely, I was a thinker.
Okay.
I used my brain a lot. I always had an excuse for something. Why did the car look like it's been moved? I always had an answer for it. It was a lot to them at the time.
Gotcha.
But I always had an answer, so.
Right. So you in the city now, Cincinnati, you know what I'm saying, coming from the country in Kentucky, and now you in the city, you going to Hughes. What would you into? Did you know, like you see at performing arts, you were more into acting and you getting to kind of explore that, art side. What programs did you end up taking up at Hughes?
At Hughes, I was in Camus. So I'm a numbers guy. I'm a real big, when it comes to that math and that money, it got to make sense to me. So I was in Camus, and we had two different programs. We had a zoology program where you could go off to the zoo over there in Avondale, and also you had where we was at on campus at Hughes. That was my favorite, because we went over there a few little couple days out the week or whatever, and then of course we'd be morally at the thing, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now, were you into any sports or anything, hobbies?
I already know.
What
From
would you
baseball, basketball, football, you already name it, you do it, I did it.
Wow.
Why I didn't go, so I had broke my foot. I got a plate and 4 screws in my foot, so you already know that dream. But
what did that come from? Football?
Oh, that came from basketball. That was,
Wow.
I fractured my feet so many times. It's not even nothing to me no more. It's just like, I took one of the little breaking that the Achilles had to get turned. I had to have a little surgery on it.
Dang.
It's okay.
What grade was you in when this happened?
I was actually in the 11th.
Wow. So you was actually one of the...
I was active.
Yeah.
I was active. I was on the way. Yeah, scholarships was coming. Yeah, it was like that. It was like that. But
was that devastating for you at that time, or?
Devastating it was, but I already know, because I can still get out there and get active. But it was just like, it came around the time when I had my first son, so it was just like I had to go in from this is my dream to like I gotta go get some bread now. Now I got a son on the way. So it just took a whole life turn on me, and I had to put a new spin on things. And since I'm good with these hands, I had to go figure out a way.
So you had the first son. How old were you when you had the first son?
18 when I had my first son.
18. So you about a senior, leaving out of high school at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with that, what did you decide to do after you graduated from Hughes?
After I graduated from Hughes, I actually went into the food industry for a while, where I was managing a lot of restaurants.
Okay.
From your neighborhood Wendy's all the way down to Penn stations to, you know what I mean? But I still felt like I wasn't doing too much with my hands. I felt like I had to get a little bit more in depth with my hands. Like yes, I'm a great people person. Yes, I'm bubbly. Yes, I can get you there. But it was just like I need to touch something. So I had to switch it up a little bit, and I had to dibble into my mechanics.
Okay, so how did you end up getting into the mechanics? What did you end up doing to learn about the mechanical industry?
What started me on my mechanical venture, I had an old school, what they call them old heads, OGs, and stuff like that. His name was Charlie, and he used to work on my cars. And I always this is, when I'm at work, he'll come fix my car, and I always watched him when he was fixing my car, and I was just like, man, I knew how to do it, because when I'm twinkling and stuff when I was younger, I was like, I can do this. You know what I mean? Like when I was 18, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get active. And he told me one time, he pulled up on me and said, "You're gonna fix your own car today," and gave me the tools, and I just did it. And then he was like, all right, now you can go to school, get you a little education under you, and you could take it.
So did you end up going to a school?
Yes, I ended up going to Cincinnati State, and then I ended up working at Midas. Actually, the one right there on William Howard Taft, right across the street from White Castle. That's where it all began for me.
Wow, okay.
It was a move.
So you got your start in the mechanics, and now, you literally have your own TJ garage on the go, or your own business where you're able to just make some money with making sure you're pulling up on people, getting them right, brakes, oil changes, and everything else under the exhaust, whatever they may need done. TJ garage on the go is getting it done. So you decided to really brand that, and what made you decide to say, I'm gonna pull up on people and get it done?
Well, it was like I had to be convenient. Like I understood, and I always seen people like it was always like, well, I'm at work and I can't get my car done, or I got to take my kid to the babysitter and I can't. You know, it was always. So I was like, it's a problem out here. So let me come up with a solution to a problem.
That part.
And so it was like, well, when you call me and you say you at work, well, I'm about to pull up. So when you get off of work, you coming out and you can just drive away in your car. How much stress-free you feel when you ain't got to go sit at a car lot like a Midas, a CarX, or even at a dealership, and I gotta go sit for 3-4 hours sipping on waters, gotta figure out things. No, you ain't gotta do that. You can stay in the comfort of your own home. You could be at your job. You could be anywhere, and I'm gonna come to you. So I'm coming to a town near you, so it don't matter where you are. TJ's Garage on the Go gonna get you right.